So Ikechukwu Ikeji joins us now. He's a legal practitioner. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's amazing looking through the lists. Well, I remember first screening, the second one, and there was even a list that was released subsequently. And then they were expecting another one, only to get to hear that, I'm sorry, that seemed to be the last one. This morning, the headlines, PDP finally bars Silva, Alaibe, Mori Bruce. So all three out of the window for this state. But in terms of what the party seems to be doing now, is it that the party seems to be taking a step with respect to getting what the people want? This is just politics as usual.
It's politics as usual. It's politics pure and simple. It's politics pure and simple.
Is it good for the party?
Well, it may not be so good for the party, but again, it may also have far-reaching effects on the psyche of intending aspirants to elective positions, on how to play their politics properly within their party.
What kind of effect are you talking about here?
For example, the case of Silva, it's obvious he has not played his cards very well within PDP. So the politicking there has been used to teach him one or two lessons. You know, it's clear that he's been taught a few political lessons.
Okay, but if we can see the slides, if they'll pop up, we're looking through those names, and so you may ask yourself, well, what do we know about some of this list, these names that have been published? Because you expect them to know. All right, we'll come to that maybe when they do have it for us ready. But you've also been to Bayelsa on your own. You've seen the place. You see what's going on there.
Yes.
What wonders? What will be going through the minds of the people now?
Yes, I was in Bayelsa under the auspices of my foundation and NGO. You know, we made visits to several states, and Bayelsa was one of the states we visited. And we saw for ourselves what was going on. You know, the people in Bayelsa are not happy with Silva himself, but they are happy with one or two members of his executive, of his commissioners. As at then when we went, Bayelsa then...
This was when?
Last year. Later part of last year, about July, August, September. I don't have the exact date.
All right, but join that with the list.
The Silva administration was standing on the strength of the performance of one or two ministries.
Sorry, the names you talked about.
And those commissioners.
Do you find those two commissioners among these names?
No. The commissioners are not there.
All right.
Yes. The performance of these commissioners was what was holding the Bayelsa state governor strong then.
Sorry,
as it were.
Your visit was last year?
It was last year, yes. I went to the creeks, I used boats, I went everywhere in Bayelsa State, and I saw for myself. Just one or two ministries were performing, and those one or two ministries became some source of problem to the governor himself. He felt that these ministries, the commissioners responsible for these ministries, are probably after his job, because these ministries were popular amongst the people. But I saw it for myself.
Couldn't it have been, or isn't it possible that ever since then, some things may have changed?
Yes, it's possible that some things may have changed, but I have to report what I saw. Of course, when we went there on a platform of looking at administration, governance, democratic dividends to the people, and we interviewed a lot of people. I have recorded interviews of people, and I know what they told us about the administration of
did you see this coming? Because these before now people call them the big three: Alaibe, Mori Bruce, as well as incumbent.
Well, I didn't see it coming. I am not part of PDP. I didn't see this coming, but I know that PDP doing what they have done. They have tried to do it within the ambit of law.
So why do you say it's pure politics? I mean, you were very categorical when you said this is pure politics.
It's pure politics. It's not. It has not even come in the realm of law for now, because it has not reached the stage where law will start questioning whether or not legal provisions.
What about this comment where he says it's an attempt
to abridge his rights?
That's right.
The only right he has, as far as the procedure of disqualifying him presently is concerned is the right to fair hearing. The twin principles of natural justice, like I used to adumbrate here, that everybody has a right to be heard, and you don't be a judge in your own cause. Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution. If a panel of whatever nomenclature, a quasi-judicial panel, so to speak, sits and has to make a decision about you, you are entitled to be heard. That panel should hear you.
Okay.
Yes, give you the right to hear. So if Silva had been heard, if he had been invited to any of the panels, any of the screening committees, and he has been heard, and those screening committees reach their decisions clearly from the processes that emanated from the interviews that they had with him, obviously the requirement of the Section 36 would have been fulfilled.
Yeah, the reason I think I'll have to stress this issue a little is when you came on, yes, 2 statements you made, something about this is clear politics, yes, and also that the incumbent governor hasn't played his cards right.
Yes, clearly. If he has, there would have been no need, obviously,
what cards are we talking about?
So I am not an intern, I'm not a PDP member, but from the outside you will know that he is he the first governor to want to come for second time?
Let's look at the other candidate, the other aspirant that was also disqualified, Ben Bruce.
Yes.
Now, constitutionally speaking, tell us more about this dual nationalities.
Yes, dual nationality section 182 of the 1999 Constitution is very clear about that. The section provides that any person being a citizen of Nigeria who deliberately, I'm using a shortcut language here, so
paraphrasing
it, so to speak,
okay,
who deliberately acquires the citizenship of another country is not qualified to contest for the position of governor. So you have to differentiate between deliberate acquisition of the citizenship of another country and natural acquisition. Natural acquisition is when you were born there. There, like in the United Kingdom, United States, you were born there, you become a citizen, you know. But as a grown-up, you deliberately acquire the citizenship of another country. You have relinquished your right under Section 182 of the 1999 Constitution to contest for the position of governor.
And as of now, that hasn't been amended?
No, it's not been touched so far.
And in this particular matter, that hasn't exactly been differentiated, has it?
I beg your pardon, how did he differentiate?
In this particular matter, have we been able to establish that he deliberately acquired or he was naturalized?
Well, we are acting on the information available to us that it was based on his dual citizenship. Okay. And dual citizenship, to result to your being disqualified, would have to be that you attained it deliberately.
What about the third person, Mr. Timi Alaibe?
Timi Alaibe, I have
moved from Labour. We used to be
Labour Party,
then back to PDP.
From PDP to Labour Party back to PDP. I have had the privilege of reading through the PDP Constitution, and I think there's a provision there that says that there should be a 2-year window, a 2-year gap between membership of PDP and availability or qualification to contest for elected positions.
But they also have a section which allows for waiver.
Well, probably from their internal structure, they are unwilling to allow the waiver.
So against politics. If they granted the Abia State governor waiver, almost immediately when they came forward,
yes.
What about the former vice president granted him the waiver?
Yes.
Why not this one?
Why not this one? Yeah, I thought he has no legal right there, so to speak. Because the Constitution itself, our Constitution, National Constitution, the law itself recognizes the PDP Constitution as being enough to regulate its internal affairs, so long as it does not breach any of the provisions of the Constitution.
Being a lawyer, are you also thinking of some possible case of forgery? Because on Saturday, just as he made his intention to contest the elections, we saw the paper he was waving as a clearance document from the People's Democratic Party.
You're talking about the incumbent governor Silva?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Because
the certificate was a provisional clearance certificate. Like when we used to take JAM in those days, we used to receive this notification of result, which is always a provisional notification of results. And in some cases, a provisional admission paper. So you go there, you go to the
so based on that provisional admission,
you have to still pass through some stages. You have to, it's just provisional.